Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. Today, I'm here to bring you an anime review on Kamisama Kiss Season 2. So, I took a little bit of a nap after I uploaded the Taizai manga chapter review. Took about a 4 or 5 hour nap, and now I'm up to do Kamisama Kiss and do a Maggie chapter review along with the Yowamushi Pedal review. So, sorry about these reviews being a little bit late. I didn't really sleep last night. I did an all-nighter, pretty much working on High School DxD, and then watching The Walking Dead, and then doing these, those 3 chapter reviews this morning, and I took a nap after that. So, just letting you know, that's kind of why these, reviews, the anime reviews are late today. But anyways, getting on topic of this episode of Kamisama, we have a lot of romance progression, and it's so adorable. Like, it's just, the adorableness in this episode. When you see that one scene in this episode, like in the halfway point, like, the second segment of the episode, when you see Tomoe and Nanami sleeping, that scene, yo, like, if I fanboyed right there. I was like, yo, their romance, man, just like, it's straight up too amazing when I see something like that. I love romance. Like, that's the type of vibe and romance vibe I love from a series. When I'm watching a romance anime or reading a manga or whatever, that's the type of romance I love. I love that so much. And to see that romance in this episode, especially when Nanami, starting to sleep, and then you see how Tomoe's thinking in his mind, like he's monologuing about how he's starting to fall for Nanami, and then she comes in, gets in his bed, and then he actually grabs her, and he was actually about to kiss her. He was like grabbing her hair, playing with her hair, about to kiss her. I'm like, yo, like Tomoe, man, he's getting very daring recently. Like, seriously, he's straight up very daring compared to how he was at the beginning of the season, even in the ending of Season 1. It just goes to show you how more open Tomoe is getting with Nanami to be able to express these type of romantic feelings. He admits it to himself. He even states in multiple episodes now that he is falling in love. Like, he realizes he is falling in love with Nanami quite a bit, and he just doesn't realize or understand why he is falling for her. And so the overall plan of the original god Mikage is starting to come together, like the main goal that he supposedly set out with Nanami becoming the land god. And so the main objective is being accomplished, but one thing I noticed with this episode, and it's been a reoccurring theme when it came to these past couple episodes, I do want to mention it. Tomoe recently, I noticed, he keeps like contemplating in his mind like how he wants to protect Nanami. Like, he wants to protect Nanami, he wants to do anything he can to protect her, and that's what he wants to do, because he's a familiar, he loves her, stuff like that. And in these past couple episodes, in majority, the main focus of Season 2 of Kamisama is Nanami learning some independence. Like, Nanami being able to work as a god by herself without the need of her familiar Tomoe helping her out. And that's been the main focus of Season 2, how she's become a lot more independent, she's becoming a better god, she doesn't need to rely on Tomoe all the time. And as you could see in these past couple episodes through majority of Season 2, Tomoe has been very upset about this factor, because he's upset that he can't protect, Nanami all the time like he wants, like, because she's always either pushing him away to where, oh, I got this, or she's sending him to do something else, or different things like that, and he's really keying in and feeling bad about this because he's not being able to do his job or express his feelings how he wants. So that's been a really reoccurring theme in the recent episodes I wanted to bring up, and I wonder what direction it's going to take, because that's definitely going to be some major significance into the development of Nanami and Tomoe's relationship, because Tomoe wants to protect Nanami, but Nanami wants to be an independent person where she doesn't need to rely on Tomoe all the time. So we'll have to see where that goes. Now, at the end of the episode, you gotta like the little ending sequence of this episode. You have it to where Chroma becomes the land god, or a fake land god, like he takes, Nanami's spot, and he sneaks into the Tengu's, like, shrine area or whatever, and he's about to persuade Jiro to have an audience with him and talk with him, and that was a very funny segment, because the way Kurama, carried himself at the end of this episode, it was just pretty funny, because, I mean, if he was an actual god, he'd probably act like that. He straight up would probably act like that, and it's hilarious getting to see how his personality was like that when we've seen this dude constantly be like a showbiz type guy, always singing and shit, and, the real life world, besides, the spiritual world, and to see how he's just, like, godlike. He's like, yeah, I'm the land god, stuff like that, all stuck up. Just, it's funny. Now, other parts of this episode, you have it to where Jiro as a character, he's tossing out Tengus, like weak Tengus, out of the, like, little place. Like, he's just kicking them out to where they either have to go back down into the human world, or they have to live in the outside of the forest, and that's kind of fucked up. Once again, it goes to show you how messed up Jiro's personality is to just even sling innocent children out into the cold because they're slightly weak. So, just Jiro as a character, my god, man. That's pretty much this episode when it comes to Kamisama Kiss. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about this week's episode. You all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.